Всех приветствую, товарищи! С вами Вещи Олег, и мы сразу начинаем играть в Hogwarts. Продолжаем, точнее, начинаем. Ничего не тянем, у нас квест сюжетный. Думаю, будет интересно. Посмотри на почту, что они от меня хотят. Понятно, нам совсем все круто, блин. Так. Ладно, отлично, все. Карта. Все, зал картографии. Так, ну пойдем. Идем поразговариваем.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand.
Интересно.
Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Да, блин, интересно. Как мне туда попасть-то?
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
О, нормально, прорисовалось задание. Задание прорисовалось, это радует. Так. Так, поехали. Будем продолжать.
It doesn't matter. It matters to me.
Revelio.
Ждем-с. Всё.
Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
Ну да, не
And
исключено,
sir,
судя по всему.
there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
Так, ну я видел, где, значит, и маска.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give
Интересно.
you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Так, одна да и маска тут сидит, я понял. Надо запомнить, потом сюда прийти еще раз.
Professor, a moment of your time, please. Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp, places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and well,
I did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
Really? Why can't we talk about potions here? Seems fine to me.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Да, блин, пипец.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
Gareth. Mr. Weasley, what are you doing here? Don't you have somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor. Yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago, muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? But, sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah, that's enough from you. Just know that
Нормально.
there are everywhere.
Насыпал, блин.
On your way, Mr. Weasley.
Так, понятно, идем дальше.
Well, there's one for my diary.
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
Professor Black, how are you, sir?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste.
Блин.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's. If you must...
Something is very wrong with you.
Professor, a word? Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
The injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly
Блин.
game. You are quite impossible
Капец,
sometimes.
блин. Красава, насыпал всем, короче.
Good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
I should think you'd have better things to do with your time. Now, where's my elf?
Good day, Professor. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
Кагава,
What
японка.
to deserve him as a head?
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children.
I hope it's not about anything I've been doing.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
Well, they're as good as invisible to me, sir. Rotten little extortionist holding my diary hostage.
What was that, Broom?
Nothing, sir.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
Вы все заметили, что это не так.
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the ministry.
Professor, a word, please. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor?
Hmm.
Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
I realize that, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good.
Okay.
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I shall never understand.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Scrope's as hard a worker as any house.
Ahem. Attention, students. I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the noble banners of Gryffindor. I shall be taking no questions at this time, or ever. Scrope!
Greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
Прикольно.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
Отрыжка такая бешеная еще. О. Парень, нам будут дракончиком жахнуть.
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle. Confringo.
Так, есть.
What are you up to now?
В принципе, топать не так далеко. Ладно, сейчас мы пешочком прогуляемся, думаю. И все равно не понимаю этой головоломки, пока ладно. Крыть ее тоже пока не буду. Ах ты, елки. Я зелье случайно хапанул. Оно хорошее, блин.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Второй, блин, мне надо маски на собрать, заморочиться будет, пошариться, собирать, блин. Так, пойдем.
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Revelio. Toujours pure.
Ну, пойдем.
I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
Так, поехали.
There will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? Revelio.
Само собой, здесь третий уровень нужен.
That must be the pedestal.
Так, давайте.
Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald? Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. The first you will need. In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
Угу. Ну, понятно, мне нужно тихоря протоптаться тут.
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
They're gone for now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be? I need to time this just right. I see a staircase straight ahead.
Так, помчали. Понечку. Ничего, нормально, грамотно заныкался.
Ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there. I'd best move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can.
Угу. Здесь прям пипец дофига, в общем.
That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
Море больше не отворачиваться, даже не вернуться будем. Только отворачиваться мы сразу допаем. Мы стелс-экшены играли, знаем, какого это.
Nothing this way, but more danger. There must be a way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. That doorway looks like closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose.
Ладно, ничего, идем вперед. Блин, рисованный уровень крутой, конечно, вообще.
Now's my chance.
Угу.
Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
Ну что, оказывается, возможно, что нет там. Сюда, что ли?
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them. This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
Вопрос там.
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary
Надо
power.
порой смертью. Это вообще крутяк на самом деле. Охренеть. Блин, да, это силищем.
Bombarder, Depulsor, Defender, Descender, Bombarder.
Угу. Открылся путь дальше, отлично.
Bombarder. Defender. Bombarder. Depulsor. Descender. Depulsor. Descender. Bombarder. Defender. Depulsor. Descender.
Так, фигачим.
Bombarder. Defender. Descender. Depulsor. Descender. Bombarder. Defender. Depulsor. Descender. Depulsor. Bombarder. Defender. Bombarder. Descender. Defender. Bombarder. Descender. Depulsor. Defender. Bombarder. Protego. Stupid. Bombarder. Defender.
Блин, то сложное испытание, да.
Bombarder. Defender. Depulsor. Descender. Bombarder. Defender. Protego. Defender. Bombarder. Defender. Bombarder. Defender. Bombarder. Bombarder.
Что, валим отсюда нафиг. Да, валим.
Simple stone. This must be for me.
То есть на какое испытание с камнем придумали вообще. Очень понятно, стелсом, как бы плащ-невидимка, базильная палочка, понятно, а что с камнем? Можно в игру завести.
You're far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it...
I can't believe she's dead.
Oh, poor Neve. Gone so young.
Neve! May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self. But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Так, понятно. Сейчас, минуточку буквально, то так нельзя. Смотрим. Блин, конечно, интересное испытание были с этими дарами, вообще кайф. Демон, ты мешаешь мне. Пришел кот-то, а? Пришел этот кот.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands.
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
И Габлин.
This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Угу, понятно.
Revelio.
Тут нету, ничего нету. Ладно, пойдем.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed, was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I was amazed to see that it seemed to give her some sort of power, and that she could harness it. But how?
I worry that you seem more intrigued than repulsed. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the tower, Rookwood Castle.
Прошу прощения.
The Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet. I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lord Gok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
Интересно было задание, хорошее, прям в общем. Мне понравилось. Ага, давайте начнем. Мы не будем начинать сразу сюжетку. Давайте мы парочку побочек пройдем, пожалуй. Вот точку талантов держим. Значит, честно, не знаю, что бы качать такого бы еще интересного. Ну, это была тема. На этом научной комнате это была зельями тема. Угу. На самом деле круто. Вот это я хотел качнуть. Да фокусирующим делать эти зелья. Вот это тоже будет полезно. А также одночку оставляем. Так. Что, прыгаем-то там? Унися водоросли, побег с порышем. Водоросли надо поворачивать будет. Ну, заморочиться, вот черный стенд поставить для выращивания.
This will be more useful when I have something to identify.
Deke has some exciting news to share.
Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you had an idea.
Indeed, Deke does. Deke knows that you want to learn about all sorts of beasts, and Deke recently heard rumors of a phoenix nest in a nearby mountain.
A phoenix nest? I wonder if it belongs to the phoenix gnat he mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
The one Harlow and the poacher pack are after.
Deke would not doubt it. If Deke has heard of it, surely the nasty poachers have as well, which means it could be in danger.
Well, I'd better go and rescue it then, hadn't I?
Deke thinks so. So majestic a beast should not fall into such vile hands. Deke is not sure why, but Deke feels that saving a phoenix might help to make amends for what happened with Deke's prior master. Deke hopes that you are able to find the phoenix and bring it to the room where it will be safe.
Да, думаю, сможем. Карта мира.
I don't like the looks of that encampment.
Так, пойдем. Так,
A blockade. What those poachers are already here.
Revelio.
так,
What? No. Keep looking. See how much a single feather. Descendo. Bombarda. Protect.
Slip your little sod and save Treadwell. You must have saffron. You're that hippogriff thief.
Descendo. Keep your body buying curses to yourself.
You will live. You dare slay one of my...
Bombarda. Confringo.
One less poacher in the wizarding world.
Confringo.
так, идем дальше.
Revelio. Bombarda. Revelio. Confringo.
Так, идем дальше.
Getting past us. Things can fly, can't they? We're keeping people out. Descendo. Bombarda.
Crucio, let's talk of what you can do.
Confringo. Confringo. Too slow. That goblin elm you pilfered.
Levioso!
Descendo. Blast us out. Incendio. That was a mistake.
My right is
Infiltrator. Confringo. Descendo. Confringo. Teaching us all these days. Pathetic display. Incendio.
Someone's taking to the...
Confringo. Descendo. Bodega. Stupid. Confringo. Bombarda.
Crucio.
Rookwards don't go down easy. You'll never be. Incendio. Redactation is quite cute. Descendo. Protect Brinko. Bombarda. Pathetic. Well, you look like you're crying. Bombarda. Confringo.
Допульсователь должен работать, ну и Сэндом должен работать нормально, но что-то не сработал. Так мне надо.
Revelio.
попал туда.
The phoenix. It almost seems as if it wants me to follow it. I need to find it before the poachers do.
Делать нечего.
Your poaching days are over.
Понятно.
There it is again.
Так, ну пойдемте. Может, какой-то сундучок тут. Ничего больше нет. Ладно. Омагат, омагат. Заново не отсюда же. Это тот галюн, короче, опять. Короче, надо загружаться. Вот. Уже лучше. Понятно, кто попасть. О, что? Может, даже не зря.
Revelio.
Ладно, пусть будет так.
Cursed fiends.
Revelio.
Так, пойдем дальше.
Descendo. Bombarda. Confringo. Crucible.
Так, пойдем дальше.
Descendo. Bombarda. Come now. You're embarrassing yourself. Descendo. Incendio. Descendo. Bombarda.
No! Rookwoods don't go down easy.
Descendo. Bombarda. Descendo. Confringo.
What have you done?
Descendo. Confringo.
Would you like me to put you down? Let me have some. How's the view? I'll bet that one. Let me have
That was for Highwing.
Так, отлично.
Confringo.
Сундучок — это всегда прекрасно.
Revelio. Bombarda. Descendo.
Hello. I'm here to help. I can take you somewhere safe. Let's get you back to the room. Deke's going to be pleased.
Так, пойдем.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Bombarda. Crucible. Descendo.
Ugh. Shame you're so foul. Revelio.
Ну, значит.
Incendio. Revelio.
Так, ладно, не суть. Нужно обратно вручать комнату.
Did you find the phoenix? Yes, Deke. And I rescued it from the poachers. I have it here. It's safe.
Remarkable. Well, what are you waiting for? Deke cannot wait to... My heavens. What a beauty. You keep it close.
Отлично.
Professor Weasley and Deke were right to tell you about the Room of Requirement. Look at all you've done, and how many beasts you've rescued. A phoenix is safe now, because of you.
I couldn't have done it without your help, Deke. Thank you.
Deke is grateful for the kind words, and also grateful to have been of assistance to someone like yourself. Helping you do such good for so many beasts has given Deke a sense of peace Deke hasn't known in years. Deke will always be here for you when you need him.
Так, отлично, в общем. Так, что у нас получается? Можно кое-что шмоток одеть, да? Так, понятно. Так, есть, поэтому Давай вот квест сейчас сходим.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this why we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise.
Нормально.
Once we tell them about the Snidgets, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help.
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. I just... never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
Speaking of secrets, I do want to tell you why Victor Rookwood's after me. He's working with Ranrock, and Ranrock's after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig's asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps explain a bit about what we saw back at Horntail Hall. Of course, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. Even the centaurs won't know.
We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
Фига себе. Банда какая.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care.
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all three of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be?
Интересно.
In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't Moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library
Хорошая мысль, да.
to the cave you mentioned.
Хорошая
I'll
мысль.
let you know what I find.
Here's one of those tables Professor Shaw mentioned.
Угу. Отлично. Казалось, рядом почему грифоны здесь. Или по грифам. По грифу у меня хватает, в принципе. Так, ну что? Так, что у нас по квестам еще раз заглянем. Давайте этот квестик еще проскочим. И на этом, я думаю, на сегодня завершим.
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
Sebastian, a lost relic from a catacomb which requires a dark sacrifice.
I know how it sounds, but if this can help you, it's worth the risk.
Does Ominous know about this?
He helped find a Victorian when we discovered Slytherin's spellbook.
Very well. If Ominous will be there, I'll meet you. We don't have much time. Solomon wants to leave Feldcroft.
What?
Gabriel.
Leave? Never mind. You need to stall him. Buy us time, Anne. Please.
I shall do my best. I'll be in touch.
Solomon can't take Anne from Feldcroft. Where would they go? When would I see her?
Sebastian.
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I appreciate you setting our earlier discussion.
Так это ты разногласия навел, нафига, блин.
I can't believe my uncle wants to leave Feldcroft. Anne's going to stall him. She must. We need time.
Time? For what?
I've learned more about the relic. I cross-referenced Slytherin's spellbook with everything in the library on relics and dark sacrifices. That's when I realized something. I believe the relic will only work inside the catacombs.
Справимся, в принципе.
And to the catacomb and work out how to make a dark sacrifice.
Our biggest hurdle may be convincing Ominous. And we'll only give this a chance if he's on board.
And we have to keep all of this from your uncle. If he goes to the headmaster, we could be expelled.
Let me handle Ominous this time. As for my uncle, he's not an Auror anymore. What he doesn't know, well, won't hurt us.
Do you think your uncle would tell anyone at the ministry about all of this if he found out?
If he found out, I doubt he'd go to the ministry. He didn't part ways with them well, from what I understand. He won't say, but I believe his strong aversion to dark magic has something to do with his time there. Anne thinks he once decided to fight fire with fire, so to speak, and resorted to using an unforgivable curse in a fight against dark wizards. At least that's what she thought she heard. When he realized what his job had led him to become, he left rather abruptly. So, I'm not sure he'd go to the ministry to report on his own family using dark magic now.
Good luck with Ominous. Until we meet again.
I shall let you know when the four of us should meet at the catacomb. Look for my owl. See you soon.
Отлично. Эх, наворачивается что-то интересное. Это радует, это приятно.
On now, demi-guys. Revelio.
Маска там, понятно.
Up for a bit of dying, are we?
Вот. Так, ну что, мне есть задумки, что делать дальше. Вот, перед началом следующих квестов есть кое-что хочу провернуть. Вот, там интересно будет. Но это мы все сделаем в следующей серии. Так, 1,5 часа. Серия 1,5 часа длинные, слишком длинные. Но Хогвартс проходить по часу слишком мало. Поэтому так. В общем, ребята, подписывайтесь, лайки, комменты, заходим, поддерживаем. Все как всегда. Ну, а пока что до связи, товарищи.